Paul Pierce baby mama, Princess Santiago, seeks 29 grand per month. Hey, Paul, you supposed to know better than this.
The Painful Excellence Podcast.
Drew Titan Bronx on deck. This is the Painful Excellence Podcast. Wow. Whoa. Paul. Come on, man. What we got going on here? I just read about this a couple of days ago. I'm not gonna call him young man. I guess we're around the same age, right? I guess. Brother, you got a whole podcast. You discuss situations like this. You don't know better than this? You don't know better than this? Now, let me go into this conversation and I'll give my opinion on it. I only know what I've read, in all fairness. I thought he had a family already or whatever the case is, but even if he does, okay, because I'm not in that deep where I don't know if he has a wife or I don't know. But excuse me, here's what I'm going to share. This level in the game, when I call the game, I mean the game of life. At this level, he has a lot of things to lose. And the first thing is his sanity. He's a retired athlete. Yeah, I guess he's an NBA Hall of Famer. He got some rings to show for it. The brother could ball out. And brother, you wait until you're retired and you got your feet up and you got millions of dollars and you're doing a podcast, not because you have to, but because you want to get caught up in this foolishness. Why do you think she had that baby, man? Why do you think she kept that child? Why do you think she wanted you? I mean, sure. Well, Paul's like about 6'8", 6'9", or whatever. He's a tall brother, so he checks all the boxes. But understand what boxes you checking. For a woman like Princess Santiago, you check the boxes as far as her financial future is concerned. Paul, you're supposed to know better than this. I didn't check the age gap, y'all. I mean, y'all can let me know in the comment section. I ain't check all of that. But there might be a significant age gap. I'm not sure. Why do you think she even laid down with this dude? He's over 6 feet. Well over six figures. I don't know if it's over six in the pants. Not my business. But I'm saying, if he's lacking there, what do you think makes up everything else? Who he is, what he's accomplished in life. And she wasn't there for it. But now, for the next 21 years, you're going to be linked to this child. I'm assuming it's yours. Let me read this article. It's from the Shadow League. It says, this is legalized gold digging. Paul Pierce's joint custody request for child with Princess Santiago might cost him more than $29,811 per month. That's what she's seeking. This is ridiculous. No child costs that much. $29,811 per month. That's what she's seeking. She ain't come up with those numbers herself. She sat down with a lawyer. And these ambulance chasers, they love cases like this. But what's working against Paul is, hey, Paul, they don't care about your feelings. They care about the math. They care about the math. If the math is adding up, you might get taken to the cleaners, man. But at this level of the game, you should know better. I've watched clips of your podcast and things of that. You be cooking. But brother, how do you get caught up like this? Let me read this article. It says they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Look at that first sentence. I'm just reading this for the first time. And when it comes to NBA players, even in retirement, the best of them get caught in the mix. In the case of Boston Celtics legend Paul Pierce, after months of ducking allegations from Princess Santiago, he admits he has a newborn and he's now ready to get active. This is ridiculous, man, at this level. According to TMZ, court documents show that the Boston Celtics legend told the court the 2-month-old King Rafael Santiago Pierce is his biological son. Unbelievable. Paul, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Now that the paternity has been established, so it's his baby, he wants joint legal and physical custody of the kid, which could bring more drama to the situation. Let me stop right there for a moment. He's no longer on the road. He's been retired for a few years now. I believe joint custody is fair. He has time. It's not like, hey, I'm on the road. I have 10 road games. I have 7 road games. Nope. Wherever he rests his head, that's where he's at. But at this late in the game, brother, you're retired. You want to be free. Now you have to raise a whole new baby until that baby's 20 plus years old. And it's a child out of wedlock, I might add. So, of course, she's seeking full custody. And when she goes to court, she's going to paint the picture like he's just not a good dude. They're going to refer to his podcast and things that he talks about. And listen, what he talks about on the podcast is nothing compared to what I've heard children be subjected to as far as conversation is concerned in the walls of their own home. So I'm not concerned about that. But joint custody is the way to go. Now, some child support, he's going to have to come up off his pockets and get that. But we'll give that rather. But $29,000 a month. I'm just stuck. Paul, you should know better than this. Santiago Princess wants $29,811 per month in child support. She wants full custody and she wants that bag. Back in March, Santiago had the wheels in motion, filing a sole custody while seeking $29,811 per month in child support, $100,000 in legal fees, and nearly $19,000 in reasonable expenses relating to her pregnancy. Oh my gosh. You know, some of you ladies say you don't need no man. I'll do it all myself. And what is all this? I know single mothers who worked jobs and had their own insurance. And whether they were single because they made a bad decision or they were single because, you know, I know a woman that worked a job and she worked for the city and her husband went away to war and he ain't make it home. That was out of her control. But she had her own money, worked a full-time job, had her own health insurance, and she was able to function on her own. What is this woman's superpower? Attracting a millionaire like Paul Pierce. And he fell victim of his own sexual organ and he has no discipline. Brother, and a lot of you may disagree with me, but this late in the game, bro, you're supposed to be team vasectomy. If you like running up at things raw dog, that's fine, man. If you're not scared of disease, that's fine. But why not go get a vasectomy, bro? You go get snipped. You wait a couple of months and you're fine. And you ain't got to worry about this. Maybe I'll do a live stream on that. Those numbers are in line, the filing says, with Pierce's career earnings during his 19-year NBA stint, where the NBA champion earned approximately $195 million to $203 million in total NBA salary. So in his whole career, he earned about that. They're not factoring in his expenses or anything else. They always want to factor in, you know, the people who are suing for whatever reason, their expenses. But y'all know there's something called gross and something called net. Tell me what you gross. Tell me what you net. Hey, I make $95,000 a year. How much do you see? Probably 40. Because Uncle Sam wants his bread. The country has to function. That's just the world we live in. Santiago's people did their research. You see this? They did their research stating in the filing that Pierce has publicly stated that during his NBA career, he made enough money from endorsements and he did not have to use his NBA salary to pay his expenses or generous expenditures. Expenditures on his family, romantic partners, and family. That's crazy. Now you see, this is the part where his mouth got him in trouble. You see that? His mouth got him in trouble. So the legal team is gunning for a portion of that, if not 75% of that, to raise this baby. $29,000 a month this woman is seeking. Well, Paul, you got that bread. You better get some great lawyers, bro. You better resurrect the dream team. This is not a man's world. It's a woman's world. I'm telling you right now, straight up and down, they're coming for you, buddy. So you want joint custody? I mean, get some people to dig dirt on her, bro, if it's worth the time. If you're not perfect, she not perfect. You understand? If you're not perfect, she not perfect. Find something on her. This was just a rendezvous. Y'all didn't agree to make a baby, but this is what it is. You got to deal with this. In the same legal paperwork, Santiago made a second request for Pierce to undergo genetic testing to ensure he is the biological father of the 2-month-old. Santiago announced his pregnancy on Instagram. Here we go. After Pierce failed to respond. Always with the social media nonsense. With Pierce, he first announced the pregnancy with a set of baby bump shots posted on Instagram with the caption, "Blessings, no regrets. I love my son." Isaiah 54:17. A week later, Santiago dropped the suit on Pierce saying, and I quote, "I filed for paternity papers after multiple attempts to resolve this privately," Santiago said in a statement. "Paul Pierce is the father of my son, King, and I am simply asking for a paternity test so the truth can be confirmed. This isn't about drama or attention. It's about accountability and doing what's right for my child." What does Santiago do for a living? Anyone tell me? Because I don't know. I just see some pictures here of her looking pretty. She drew a picture on her belly showing a baby bump, and then she's sitting down with these boots on and a skirt. So you would think that she's a I don't know, an influencer. That's what she does for a living. Says here, Santiago not happy Pierce is seeking joint custody. Why not? You have content to create. How are you going to do that with a baby? Let him watch his son while you go off and do whatever it is you do. I bet you what does she do? Ask what she do for a living. Watch her say model, influencer, because that's that's a line of work for a lot of people now, I guess. So Santiago's not happy with Pierce seeking joint custody. Santiago, an event director in LA, asking you shall receive. She's an event director in LA, filed a suit January 12th and has worked with NBA players in the past, including Dwight Howard. So she's immersed into this. She was just picking her shots. She's probably trying to slam one of these young kids, but one of these young kids or one of these well-established OGs like Paul Pierce, that'll suit her just fine. 29 racks a month she's seeking, y'all. Keep that in mind. Santiago has pulled her sleeves up, and she's not going to let Pierce have his way without a fight. She claims he ghosted her for almost a year before confirmation of paternity changed his attitude. For 9 months. Wait, how do you... The baby 2 months old, right? Let me read this again. She claims he ghosted her for almost a year before confirming the paternity changed his attitude. Sounds like he hit it and then try not to talk to her. But if the baby's like, what? The baby's what, 2 months old? What happened? Wait, January, February, March. Wait a minute. Something's not right. Something's not right. Now, this is a short video. I'm not gonna do the math on this. But if he ghosted you for almost a year, that means he didn't want to deal with you. Why you spitting out a child? First of all, why y'all having unprotected sex? That's number one. Number two, why you spitting out a child from a dude that don't want to be bothered with you? Why? Yeah, $29,000 a month for the next 21 years. That'll do it. That'll do it. And usually guys like Paul Pierce, if he loses this and have to pay that full amount, normally guys on that level, he'll just cut her a check. $29,811 a month. Excuse me, times 12. You know, for the next 21 years or so, you'll probably work out a deal. If I'm willing to pay this woman up front, knock off 3 years, or I don't know how it works, man. I've never been in that situation. I just hear things. And cut her a check for a few million and say, all right, I'm gonna cut you this check. Didn't 50 Cent say that in a wasn't that a bar in one of his songs? Write a check before the baby comes, who the hell cares? Didn't he say that? I know I heard that. So here you are, Paul. For 9 months, I went through this in pregnancy alone. That's what she's saying. No financial support, no in-person presence from Paul. She tells TMZ. It says TNZ in this article. I'm gonna put the article in the description. There's some misspells in here. It's kind of strange, but whatever. TNZ. N is in Nick. That's crazy. Now that the DNA test confirms he's the father, he's seeking joint custody. Yeah, absolutely. $29,000 a month is way too much for a baby. You're seeking support for yourself. So they have tweets here. Fans can't believe Paul Pierce is about to lose all that cash over a baby with Princess Santiago. Too old for this ish. One fan above reports Pierce the latest drama. Yeah, I agree. Most fans are disappointed that the 48-year-old, yeah, he's 2 years younger than me, got caught in this situation and he mishandled it, and now will cost him dearly financially. In addition, to bring him the responsibility of raising a child. Says here, and again, they're referring to his podcast. It says every relationship is based off of sex. Pierce has had some interesting views on sex and relationships. Look, I'm gonna drop the article. Y'all can read it yourself. This is ridiculous. He should know better than this at this late in the game. I'm not trying to say feel sorry for him. I'm saying, hey, man, bro, you pay to play. You pay to play. I'm still kind of stuck on what it says in this article. Y'all read it for yourself. This baby is how old again? They say the baby's a couple of months old, but she said he ghosted her for a year, for 8 months. Well, whatever, man. I don't know. Look, man. Sounds like they got together, they laid down, and then she hit him with the I missed my period, and he ain't talked to her, and then she went through with the child. Yeah, I'm sorry. So that's about right. She went through with the pregnancy, and then so that's 9 months. Now the baby 2 months, and now she hitting him in the head with the lawsuit. So yeah, I guess that's a year. Forgive me, y'all. It's early in the morning when I'm doing this, but I had to chop it up. Man, so y'all let me know what y'all think. This is Paul. This is awful, man. This is awful. They coming for your bread that you earned. You know what I'm saying? Princess Santiago never dunked a basketball a day in her life, man. But when you dipped your stick, now you're looking like a dirt. Shout out to you, Paul. Let's see how this plays out. Y'all stay safe.
The Painful Excellence Podcast.